This afternoon, I want to relay a very specific message about a very vulnerable population, which is men. And my topic surrounds or involves mental health. Specifically, put them together, men and our mental health. The most urgent message that I am choosing to relay at this moment to everyone is pay attention to the men who are in your lives. Men, we traditionally do not or have not felt safe emoting, feeling, right? Being vulnerable. Men, we are not often encouraged to express our true feelings and our emotions. And this has happened, this is centuries in the making, probably much longer, but I know the history of men in America and social norms, our upbringing. We have been conditioned, men, we have been conditioned to be brave and courageous and stoic, and bravery and courage and stoicism often does not leave space for us to feel and to emote and to be vulnerable. So pay attention to the men who are in your lives. Be very aware of the anxiety and the distress that men, that we are currently experiencing. There are and there will be many men who will not be able to take care of their families right now. And I'm talking specifically financial. And during this time, men, particularly when we are under duress, when we face challenges and obstacles, a lot of times, even though we have these very strong feelings and emotions around whatever it is that we may be experiencing, we will often suppress it, push it down far beneath the surface, because we oftentimes do not feel safe enough to express these emotions and feelings and to be vulnerable. And as a result of our suppressing these emotions and feelings, we have a tendency, just like most other humans, to act out and to push people away. We become angry, we become aggressive, we become frustrated, mad very easily. And this can disrupt our families, this can disrupt the very social network of our nation and indeed the world. So, for any of you who watch this video, if there is a man in your life to whom you are particularly attached to, could be a spouse, a boyfriend, significant other, partner, lover, if there is a man in your life that you're concerned about, please, I encourage you to offer to this man, young or old, offer to this man the opportunity to emote, to feel, and to be vulnerable. Each of us, we can create a safe space for a man to feel vulnerable and to release some of that pent up frustration and anger that he may be experiencing. Now, I want to be very clear. This message applies to each and every one of us because we all deal with challenging circumstances in a different manner. I am stressing men because oftentimes men, we do not feel safe to emote, to feel, to express ourselves, to be vulnerable. And I want to encourage each of you to create that space, to create that time for a man or the men in your life whom you really, really love. It is important. Each and every one of us, we have a vital role during this time. And that role is that we support one another. And specifically, I am calling that we all support the men in our lives because we traditionally do not feel safe expressing how we truly feel, expressing our emotions. Each of us needs an outlet. We all have a lot of pent-up energy, maybe some frustration, even rage. And it is going to come forth along with all the love and the benevolence in the world. But there will be things such as anger, frustration, challenge, rage that counter, and that will be a staunch opponent against all the love and the compassion and the empathy. And so I want us all to be prepared for it. And I want each of you to understand that men, I do believe we will be particularly vulnerable during this time to those expressions of anger and challenge and frustration and rage. And so when or if you encounter this from a young man or an older man, a man just in general, young boy, if and when you encounter this during this period, I ask that each of us exercise compassion and empathy and love, and to give the man or men in our lives both space and time to express whatever it is they may be feeling. Give them the opportunity to be vulnerable. And men, I'm gonna ask you, support your children, particularly these young boys. Support the women in your lives as well, because they too are experiencing elevated levels of anxiety, distress, frustration, worry, etc. We are all in this together. And it is absolutely paramount that we take care of each other. My brothers, I need you to take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves so that you are able to support and stabilize your own family unit. Women, I ask, or if you happen to be in a male-male same-sex relationship, I ask that you support your partner and spouse during this time. Let the men in your lives know that it is safe, that they are safe to emote and to feel and to be vulnerable. When we extend this compassion and empathy, towards those whom we love, we also give ourselves the very same in return. Compassion, empathy, and love. What we want to do during this time is to broaden that field of compassion, empathy, love, forgiveness. We don't want to shut it down because there is enough negative energy in the world. We have a responsibility to not contribute to it. So in closing, I ask that if you watched this video and you found it helpful, beneficial, I ask that you pass it, pay it forward to the man or men in your lives. Let them know that you care about them, that you love them, that you are here to support them, and that they are safe. They can be vulnerable. And my brothers, as this is extended to you, my call to action for you is to not only extend it, reciprocate it back to the person who allowed you this space and time, but to pay it forward to another man whom you may love. All right, folks, my brothers, men, I am here for you. If you need someone to actively listen to you, please hit me up. I am available on all social media platforms. I'll also post a snapshot of my contact information, which is all contained on my business card that I'll include in this post. Women, I am here for you as well. If you are experiencing a very challenging and difficult time with a man or men in your lives, please feel free to reach out to me. I am here to actively listen. And here's my disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, but I understand that we need not be a medical professional in order to extend care, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, and love towards each other. So please reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. I will continue to pray and trust that you are doing well, that you will continue to not only survive, but to thrive during this time. I love each and every one of you so much. Thank you for watching this video. And please do not forget to share this video with a man or men whom you love. Take care of yourself, your families, your friends, your loved ones, and we will all get through this supporting each other. Thank you so much. Namaste. Bye.